At 138 pounds, which will be our starting weight tonight, for Wahoo, Malachi Bordowski, and for the Titans, Caden Eggleston. At 145 pounds, for Wahoo, Noah Bordowski, for the Titans, Brigham Shanebeck. At 152 pounds, for Wahoo is Griffin Lassiter, for the Titans, Cooper Weiss.
Welcome to Norris Wrestling.
At 160 pounds, for Wahoo, Brandon Camp, for the Titans, Christian Townsend. At 170 pounds, for Wahoo, Caleb Broom, for the Titans, Cooper Spalding. At 182 pounds, Wahoo is open, for the Titans, Benjamin Shanebeck. At 195 pounds, Wahoo is open, for the Titans, Zach Croak. At 220 pounds for Wahoo, Dominic Rolleder, and for the Titans, Harrison Hudson. At 285 pounds for Wahoo, Trevor Beavers, the Titans are open. Wahoo's coached by Daryl Foster, the Titans by Brian Duran. At this time, if everyone would please rise, face the flag, gentlemen removing their hats, as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
2 and 138 will be a good match because Wahoo is 109.
Nice. And Malachi Grabowski is a returning medalist, and Eggleston at 38 is a returning qualifier. Now, national anthem.
We will have 2 JV matches before the duel and 2 JV matches after the duel.
All right, there's your national anthem, and we're going to kick it off. I think they're starting at 138. That's what somebody told me. I don't necessarily know.
Here's your matches for tonight. At 106, both teams are open. At 113, Ben Stanley of Norris and Wahoo is open. At 120, Norris is open. And Jet Knuckles will get his hand raised. At 126, Mitchell Jacobs of Norris will face off against Isaiah Foster. At 132, Chase Eggleston will face off against Caden Smart. At 138, Caden Eggleston of Norris will face off against Malachi Bordowski of Wahoo. At 145, Brigham Shanebeck of Norris versus Noah Bordowski of Wahoo. At 152, Christian Townsend of Norris versus Griffin Lassiter of Wahoo. At 160, Cooper Weiss of Norris versus Braden Hessenkamp of Wahoo. At 170, Cooper Spalding of Norris will face off against Caleb Broom of Wahoo. At 182, Benjamin Shanebeck will get his hand raised because Wahoo's open. At 195, Zach Goff of Norris will face off against Wahoo's He's open. At 120, Harrison Hudson will face off against Dominic Rolleder. And 285, Norris is open, and Trevor Beavers of Wahoo.
And it looks like we're going to have some junior varsity matches here, which is the great thing about this channel, man. You get to watch some junior wrestlers going on right here. Not for sure who this is, but Mitch has got it all on. And not too for sure who we have at JV here.
Looks like it is Demetrius Dush of Norris versus Mason Lepore of Wahoo.
All right. And we don't necessarily know the weights. They get spotlighted too, no matter what here, right?
Yeah.
Brian Woolsey's your referee. We talked about him last time. Long-time referee. He's going to be in the Wrestling Hall of Fame. Coaches Wrestling Hall of Fame's been around forever and it does a great job.
All the JV matches tonight will be at 170.
How many are there, Mitch?
According to track, 4.
4. All right. Well, we can sit here and talk for 4 matches, can't we, Mitch?
Yeah.
All right. What do you think about the lockout in the MLB?
Well, I mean, owners have to stop being stubborn, and players have to stop being stubborn. So,
Well, how much money does the guy have to make?
well, some people make like $100,000 a year, and they can live off that.
Right.
A Major League Baseball player gets what, like $1 million a year, I feel like, average, and they can live off that. So.
Yeah. So when you're getting about $40 million a time, it doesn't make sense, does it? All right. Demetrius, we're at a blood timeout. Hope we don't get going on that again, but hey, whatever, right?
I was also going to say, but if you get injured a lot, you're going to have to pay for that, so.
Yes. It's all about fair market value. 170, we have a boatload of them, it looks like, huh?
Yeah.
Cooper Spalding, and for JV, though, we got Eric Hall, Demetrius Dush, and then we have Caleb Brahmi and Silas Shaleto. I think that's how that's pronounced.
Yeah.
All right. I was never good at that. Here with our crew, Braden Flint, Wesley Grosshans,
Mitchell Severson and Jason Coulson.
Mitchell Severson, Jason Coulson, and Drew Carlson, who makes this all happen, along with Brian Williams. Norris just got a new mat, and was commenting on this last time. He said, "Don't know about the white, man. It brings up a lot of blood, right?"
Looks like
Sure.
they have reached the spotlight a little bit from last time.
Ah, they did. I don't know if that was on the recommendation of Drew Carlson, but I'm sure it was. It was kind of hard when you zoom to see, because, like, like, people were in the shadows, and trust me, Woolsey is tough to get into a shadow. He's a big dude. He picks up dead bodies for a living, okay?
The scoring table also had trouble because it got dark and they couldn't see
Yes.
the screens very well.
So I think they took that upon themselves to go. Every time before I come in, I text Coach Severson, who's been here forever, coached with his dad, Ron, which the Invitational is named after now, Ron Severson Invitational. They have that at North. And then he was the head coach himself, and then he came back in and was an assistant, and he's actually retiring this year. Demetrius gets called for a caution. His hands aren't down. As Woolsey's told him, they got to be flat to the mat. They can't be up like this. That would give you an advantage. They got to be flat, all right?
Silas seems to be up 2-0 with about a minute left in the first period. Oh, gets him to his back. He's got back time.
Dush is in trouble. And Woolsey's down for the count. Yeah, we got a good change of picture there. That's a nice job. That's what you have to do with this spotlight, as Drew was working on last time.
Pin here.
He's looking for the fall, and we talked about this, right? It's like, Woolsey does not really matter. If you're on your back for more than 2 seconds, you're done. He definitely pulls the trigger when he sees it. And
This is another thing about spotlight too, is you need an experienced ref because the shadows can cause.
yes, they can. That's what they said. I don't know. I think that was a camera bump by somebody up in the stands. It surely wasn't our people, but it got a bit blurry.
Looks like blood time.
More blood time.
Yeah.
This is Mitchell's and I's favorite time to go with blood time, because it's just dead time on the air, and we have a lot to talk about. Oh, no blood time.
Oh, blood time was my favorite time when I was wrestling because I got a break.
Yes, Mitchell. He did wrestle when he was a youngster, and he holds the record in, I think, club wrestling for the longest blood time ever without getting defaulted.
And longest blood time in practice.
Longest blood time practice for sure.
Good records to hold.
Definitely good records to hold,
I'm still waiting until they put my face on the wall.
With the big old cotton ball stuffed up your nose. Yes, absolutely.
Silas seems to be up 8-0 over Demetrius.
8-0. That would not. Yeah. So, Mitch, what's your favorite Christmas show since we're going down around it? I mean, do you have a favorite?
All of them.
All of them. He drew this like binge on them over.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I have a trivia
Classics are
question
really
for
good.
the classics. Yes,
Yes.
that's my wife. Every day it's like Miracle on 58th Street. Oh, here we go. On the top, blows the whistle, and we're off. Dash is throwing that crossface cradle. Crossface cradle, sorry.
Crossface cradle.
Yes, that's a great picture right there. Holy cow.
And
Wow.
that's the end of the first period.
Did he get some back point there?
I think he might have got 2.
Picked up 2. Dutch is looking for a pin or tech fall. Defers. Demetrius has got choice, and he takes top, which does not surprise me because he's looking for some place to score. And the coaches in the corner think this could be the best.
Yeah. 2 very good matches tonight will be the 132, 138. I cannot stress that enough.
Is that both the Eggleston bros?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Cool.
then the Wahoo's 138 and 132s combined, according to track wrestling, to be 109 and 16.
Right. Reversal by Dush. As a turn him here, throws that cradle on again, crossface. The reason they called it crossface cradle, if you can see Dush's left arm, it's going across his face, and it doesn't feel very comfortable. On the turn, Woolsey down, looking for the fall.
Might get it here. This is probably his best crossface cradle so far I've seen of him. And yeah, he did get the fall.
Fall time is 2 minutes and 42 seconds for Dush.
Up next, I think we have Eric Hall versus Mason Lepore. Looks like they're just cleaning up the blood now.
A little bit, yes.
Making sure the mat's squeaky clean.
For sure. Chantone, see the trainer looks like he's out there. In wrestling, I hope you came with a backpack full of rubber gloves because it's going to take Eric Hall versus who, Mitch?
Mason Lepore.
Mason Lepore. Hall of Freshman.
Very good freshman.
Definitely, for sure. And Mason Lepore, we don't have an age on him, but he looks pretty put
Mason
together.
Lepore is a sophomore.
He's a sophomore. They're both put together on a collar head tie. Hall's fighting for a hand control underneath. Slips to a single leg. Nothing yet, still nothing. And the 2 will be awarded. Hall comes up on a reverse headlock.
Just gotta sit into that half Nelson he has
He's gonna rotate towards head for sure. He has plenty of time here. He just kind of needs to settle in and take his time. Eric Hall's a big dude for a freshman, and he's only going to get bigger. Dad helps out, assistant coach Sean Hall.
He's a 170.
Woolsey with the fall. 1 minute and 8.6 seconds. Your uncle would be proud of me there.
Okay.
Fall time. Fall time is how much time was wrestled before the pin happened. All right, here we go. I think this is going to be your varsity matches. I think they're doing 2 and 2 before. All right. And
captains are out.
Captains are out, calling for the flip. Talk about this cannot be mentioned as much as you probably can enforce it, is that flip is huge if you want to win the duel.
I think it's Caden Eggleston, Joe Cateau, and Cooper Spalding out.
Yes, and Malachi Bravosky is out for the Wahoo Warriors. Here's the way this works. Odd match is the first match of the night. So, for example, they're going to start at 138 with Malachi and
like
Eggleston.
Wahoo won the toss.
You're going to choose which one you want. And then from there, in the weights, if you have an open, you can bump somebody up, or you can just leave it open. So it's strategic. It's one of the most strategic. It's not one. It's the most strategic thing in wrestling duels. All right, here we go. Malachi versus Eggleston, returning qualifier, returning medalist in Bravatsky.
Ooh, quick single leg for Brodowski.
Cuts him loose, cut and chase.
Brodowski is 56-8 with 41 pins, 7 tech falls, and 4 major decisions.
This was last year.
Yeah.
On the double legs, he's going to jump him. Eggleston's trying to hang in with the crotch. Bravatsky does get 2 there. Don't know what's going on with the scoreboard. Oh, 4-1. Sorry, that was the team score. My bad. Bravatsky looks like he's very comfortable on his feet, and Eggleston better probably get some defense. Bravatsky's up 4-2, 2 takedowns, and have cut Eggleston loose twice.
So do you think Malachi Brodowski has a chance to make it to the state again?
Yes, I mean, for sure. He definitely has a chance to make a state and medal pretty high, yeah. I mean, 56-4 last year, is that what you said?
56-8, and to put that in perspective, he only had 4 wins that came from decisions.
Right, 4 wins that came from decisions, look at this guy, he's got all the stats. 4 wins that came from decisions, so that's 4 wins at 4 points or less, so basically dominated, right?
Yeah.
Everybody he wrestled except for 4 people. He's on the arm bar. Look on the right. See, this is what a lot of guys do. They're good on their feet. They get the lead and then they try to turn the person. Eggleston is junior, right? Yeah, Eggleston's a junior. Brother's a senior. He's got to create a locked up. Always good, if you're looking for points at the end of the period. This thing's going to come down to opens for sure, but it's also going to come down to bonus points. Oh my
reversal.
gosh, he gives up the reversal with 5 seconds left. Big mistake.
Yeah.
On Malcolm. Where is that right? Score right? I thought it was 4-4.
It's 4-6. He got a second takedown. He got a third takedown.
You got a third takedown? Okay. All right. 4-6. Neutral. Malachi chose.
Malachi was lucky that their short time in the period.
On the single, switches over to the double. Nothing yet. That's 2. He has the leg hooked, and his hips are higher than somebody as his opponent. He's going to cut him loose again.
4-5. Ooh, almost got a takedown there. Almost got a leg.
Yeah, he almost got a leg. You don't know if it would have been a takedown or not because you don't know if he was cleared, but he's on the attack on a knee, kind of like on the cat stance where they're just kind of like sitting there waiting to attack.
Ooh, he got a huge opening there.
Double leg.
Took it.
Hooks the leg. 2 again. Eggleston really has nothing to do but here, hang on. I don't know why he's hanging on because he could just probably give up some back. So then he gives it up.
Malachi looks like a good double leg takedown shooter.
That even on a single leg, he switched off to a double leg earlier. So it was, he does look very knowledgeable on that, for sure.
Cut him loose again and goes right back into a takedown.
He's always on the attack.
Yeah.
Look, digging double underhooks. Eggleston hipping in with a whizzer. Malachi runs him over, and
that's just strength.
That was just pure power, for sure. He's trying to settle in for the fall here.
I think he's very close here. He's good scrambled.
Gonna slip up to a headlock, and Eggleston is working hard to fight. He's arching the middle of his back, which clears his scalp. You fall. 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Good match.
No, yeah, 1 minute and 40 seconds. Yep.
Good match. Just really hard to face a guy who's a state medalist.
Definitely high end. He's a very good wrestler there. Bringing up now our 45 match. Schoenbeck and
Noah Brodowski.
All right. Assuming they could be brothers, not for sure.
Possibly cousins.
Possibly cousins, right?
Noah Brodowski is 17-8 with 11 pins.
And this is last year's records, because this is like their second.
1 tech and 3 majors.
All right. Shane Beck, wrestled last year, got hurt in districts, didn't make it through. Vravatsky up on the duck under, and no takedown yet. He has to return him. Oh, right into an armbar chicken. It's a chicken wing. Don't know why it was called.
Sean Beck was 16-8 with.
I don't know why that was stopped.
Major. Probably because his headgear was down.
Yeah, usually people don't do that though if they are in an advantageous position. So like Vravatsky was in a position he could have scored from. He had that chicken wing. So
Sean Beck in a deep single leg.
he is. This is a reversal. There's no points exchanged yet. There's still nothing yet. He has that leg hook, so now he's going to get 2. So I just press chop all on here, and then it'll play. All right.
If you click instant, it'll show up instantly.
Came back on top. 2-2. Under a minute left in the first. Found a chicken wing, far side, far wrist. Just trying to run it over his head. Right way to do it. Loses the wing.
He needed to get him down to his belly.
Definitely a good idea. You can do that from your knees, but you better have something secure on the other side. Yes. Oh, looking for the head lever. 25 left. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Gain Trucking. Oh, your trucking excavating needs Norris's Education Association. He's running power right here, which is a tough. I just beat you up. They're going to run out of bounds. New start.
10 seconds left here in the first period.
Jambeck needs to hold him down so he doesn't give up any points. Points are premium, especially with 10 seconds left.
And especially in a close match like this.
Early in the season, probably should be the third count. Oh, he's got to get his leg cleared. It does not matter. Got the reversal. It's got a back count on. And I think we got 2 and 2.
Yeah,
2 and 2.
Move with 10.3 seconds left.
All right, 2 and 2. Oh, no, I guess he didn't get any back points. Coach Daryl Foster's over talking to Vravatsky. And Chambeck goes over and looks like we have some blood time.
Still a very good move.
Definitely, for sure. This is Mitchell's favorite time, blood time. We did talk about this earlier. Should be fairly competitive duel. A lot of opens, but that does not mean that they're open because you can switch. It's like I said, if I have odd match, and what that means is I have to show to the scores table first if I'm an odd match. All right. Shebek's down, no back points at the end of that period. It's going to be 2-4 for Vravatsky.
Still a huge takedown for him.
Wahoo's up 6-0, got a pin by Vravatsky in the 138-pound match before this. Good picture right there. Is that you, Wesley, or what? Oh, it's Braden Flint on the Zoom. Braden can also take some dang good pictures. I'm telling you, this guy takes some pictures of our basketball and stuff for our middle school. Woo, good business.
I took pictures once for wrestling.
Yeah, how'd that go? Not very good, huh? Vravatsky's riding him tough. I mean, they just seem like they're working for the pin. If you would have looked at the first period, Vravatsky looked like he was dominant on top. I mean, on his feet, he just took him down right away. But that's not what they're choosing to do. I think they're just trying to go for some bonus Wahoo. And then this is a bad situation for Vravatsky. Brought his arm over the head.
Still got a leg though.
Halt, nothing yet. And give him an escape. And then the takedown. Shebek 2 is, did he give him the takedown? I don't know. This spotlight, you can't always see everything, so it looks like we're neutral.
Yeah. Going back to the picture thing, I was impressed with the steadiest hands in the world.
You had the shakes going on?
Yeah. Was
it a big camera or was it like a little one?
Medium.
Medium, huh? Bavatsky, Shanebeck, 3 to 4. 30 seconds left in the second period. Bavatsky's got him in the front headlock, looking to create a
Single leg.
2. Takedown, covered his hip. Now you're going to try to get him for some back. If this is so tight, if he scoops that leg up, this is not very comfortable, I'm just telling you. If he gets that leg over his hip, it's almost a done deal. People just don't get out of that. Oh, breaks the hands. Bavatsky has a terrible habit of reaching over his head. I'm sure Coach Foster will have a talk with him after this match. Crossface coming, and that's the end of the second.
After 2, Noah Brodowski leads Brigham Schoenbeck 6 to 3.
Brodowski's choice, looking over to Coach Foster.
I think he's gonna choose neutral.
And I think it's just contagious, man. I think like you're the blood dude of the world, so like it just, you carried on every time we broadcast. I think since you bled out so much when you're wrestling, I think it's just contagious here. You got any answer for that?
I submit an aura of bloody noses in like a 2-mile radius.
So that's only over in the other gym, so it's probably the aura's over there.
Yeah. And I walked through the high school to get here, so.
Oh my goodness, that is what's going on here. Can you believe it, Wesley? You're just spreading bloody noses all over the place. All right, got it all cleaned up. Here we go. And Brodowski, Shanebeck, scores 3 to 6 going into third. It looked like Brodowski was going down, but then Woolsey called him up. It's like, let's get up, get this place cleaned up, right?
The reason why I think Brodowski should have chosen neutral is because he's not very good at the top.
Yeah.
And Schoenbeck has been sort of good on the top.
Right, right.
And so neutral would have been his best option because he's been getting takedowns.
I agree. He's got every takedown in the match. Brodowski down, Schoenbeck on top, whistle. Now this is not what you want to do. You don't want to go and just make an attempt to get up and try to get away. This is a tight match, man, 6 to 3, and Brodowski's got to score some more points, or Hall has a chance to come back. He is good. I mean, Brodowski's is in the lead, and he can if you want to talk a strategic, this is going to be an escape. He just has to clear himself off, and there it is, making it 3 to 7. Brodowski down the shot, double leg. He's definitely got some fight on him. Schoenbeck does. His head's underneath. That's a bad situation to be in. Schoenbeck is going to have to, like, crossface go behind, or it's going to get called a stalemate here because Woolsey just does not let this stuff go on forever. Got those hands broke. Now, this is a tough situation. Brodowski's going to have to tough through this because Schoenbeck's on him. And he's trying to score a 5er here, which if he did, he would win.
Yeah. 50 seconds left, and scramble.
Schoenbeck back straight to square at him. I mean, the max he can score, well, he could score more, but the max score 5 with a takedown to his back. Brodowski's just got to make sure he stays out of that. Goes into a front headlock, snap down. Schoenbeck fighting him off. Going to be, well, not yet. He's got him covered, but see, his hips aren't above his. That's what they say, so now he's got that leg hook. Most referees will give you that too. Some won't right here because his hips aren't higher than his opponent. So some won't, so it's just an interesting situation. You have to know the referee. Oh no, Brodowski turns it. This would be huge for the team score.
And I don't know if he got any. Yeah, he got 2 near fall.
So that makes it a major, which is going to make it 4 points. It was very close to getting the fall. He got those points in like under 8 seconds. Big match, swing match there. Brings up Cooper Bice, 152 against Griffin Lastor or Logan Fitro or AJ Scott. What do you got?
Actually, according to track, it's 152 Christian Townsend versus Griffin Loster.
Oh, so Bice must be out, huh?
No, they bumped Bice up
Up?
to 160. Yeah.
Okay. So Christian Townsend
So Courteau's still out with. He's out for like 10 or 14 days.
with his stitches?
Yeah.
Huh.
They're thinking about getting.
Townsend
Oh.
on the shot, straight to his back. No back points called, just got the takedown.
They're thinking about getting like a nose guard for him, which will cover the stitches, I think.
Yeah, face mask
Yeah.
for sure. This is Bice, yes. I don't know where Mitch gets his information. Dang
Track
tracks.
wrestling.
We can't ever blame it on somebody in the studio here. It's always on Track Wrestling. Cooper Bice.
Up 2-0.
Junior is up 2-0. Almost had him to his back. And this is, we can only take a guess because Track's not updated, right?
Yeah. 160.
Griffin, the steward, which always are doing, he's 4-2 as well. Bice is 4-1.
Both are juniors, so experienced.
Bulls emotions, Bice on. Whistle, false start, green. Which normally green is home, right?
Yeah.
But
I
when
think that
you're at
was
Norris, like
Norris.
we're red because we wear the red leg band, so
Yeah.
we're red here. That's who would be representing, okay? Bice on the legs, got a far ankle. I gotta remember to press replay here all the time. Bice looking for an arm on the far side, looking for the guillotine, just riding on top. 25 left in the first.
Now I have one question to ask you. Is it pronounced guillotine or guillotine?
It just depends. I mean, if you're in Italy or if you're in like, you know, Dominican or something.
Yeah.
I'm going with guillotine.
Most people in America call it guillotine.
Guillotine, okay. Well then why is there L's? Why is the L silent?
Because it was in France, and France is a weird language.
Oh, see? This guy's won the spelling bee a number of times. Right, Wesley? Is it guillotine or guillotine? Could be either one. All right, Bice chooses Downs up 2-1. Bice was a qualifier last year. Was he a qualifier last year?
I don't know.
Heck, I can't. No, he wasn't. No, I'm
It was
sorry.
500 last
My
year, so-
apologies. Both are juniors. Bice is looking to get away. The Stewart riding tough on top, trying to find a wrist. It's all about hand control here in both positions. If you're on top, you want to get hand control. If you're on bottom, you want to get a hand control so you can separate.
Bice almost gave himself away. He had a arm back behind his head.
Yes, yes. Looking for a switch. Ethan Spatz looks like he's doing video over there.
Future wrestler for Norris.
Yeah, his dad's a referee for the NSA and does a lot of Midwest action, I know, in the U.S. It's been state tournament. Bice with a sit-out tournament, like a leg kick. Jordan's been at the state tournament many times, roughing. The tour puts him up, then goes down. He turns him to the mats on a single leg. He has to work up here. He's going to get called for stalling. And Bice just can't seem to find any answers to get away here.
.30 seconds left. Could Griffin Loster could ride him out the whole period here.
He's trying to get a cheap tilt here and pick up some quick points. Tilt the tape, right? Bice rode him out after first period after he took him down pretty early, and then the Stewards rode him out, you know, so we'll see. It is the Stewards' choice in the third. Wahoo leads 10-0 in the duel.
Up next at 160, I'm gonna guess Hayden Richards of Norris versus Brandon Hessenkamp of Wahoo.
They choose neutral. The tour chose neutral as his choice. He's gonna have to take him down to tie it up.
Probably good choice.
Nobody's been warned for stalling. So not saying you can throw that out the window unless somebody does it like blatantly, but
just stands there.
yes. So the tour's got to search for a shot in on a single leg. Vice has
Single leg.
got a good whizzer going. And this is just a tough fighting position. You have to fight through this. Both ways. You can see that Vice's hips are above Latour, so it's kind of a tough situation. And he's got the edge of the mat to work with.
Norris is rocking their new Penn State style jerseys.
Yes, their new Penn State style uniforms. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We would call them uniforms.
Sorry.
In the real world, we call them singlets. But that's okay, Mitch. We're good.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. They have this in white and then blue. It seems like
Yeah.
white's their home. Minute 5, Latour is going to have to get on his horse if he wants to get this match tied up. It's a tough situation, man, under a minute. Nobody's been warned for stalling. Nobody's even been mentioned. There's been good action, but Vice actually is in a very good position because he's on that whizzer again. You see how he's on his leg grabbing it? It's just so arm. Latour's got to like limp arm out, and then Vice does a dive through and
Gets taken down. 30
2 to
seconds
2.
left.
30 seconds left.
And they'll go out of bounds.
Those dive throughs, you just have to practice them so much. Matt Harvey was good at when he did it back. Oh, and he's gonna cut him. Are you kidding me? What the heck?
You rode him out for a whole period.
Yeah,
Second
I
period.
maybe would have taken it to OT, man, but Daryl Foster is very, very aggressive, looks like, along with Latour. And he's going to have to push the pace here, Latour is, because it's under 30. I have not seen Vice.
In
Oh,
on the
Vice
single leg.
shucks him by. Going to maybe get some back, which would be huge.
Yeah, he's got a count going. I think he's got 3, 2.
It's not going to make him a major. He'd have to go for the fall. He'd have to get the fall in order to
I
make
don't
this
think he's gonna get it,
worth it.
but he'll get the 2.
Yes, which is a 5-point win, sorry.
Yeah.
Major's 8, he didn't get to that, so they're going to pick up 3, making score 10-3. This is going to bring up a matchup between Christian Townsend and
Braden Hessenkamp.
Braden Hessenkamp. Townsend, a junior. Townsend, a junior. Just press continue, Wesley, there on that screen back there. Townsend, a junior. Hessenkamp, a junior. Nope, sorry, that was the wrong one. Hessenkamp's on a front headlock. Circling. This is a very, very good wrestling position.
Hessenkamp is a senior.
Oh, senior, thank you. It's a very, very good position, and this is a very much a wrestling position called a front headlock. Shucks him by. So he kind of threw him by, and then he went behind.
Up next, we have 170. Cooper Spalding of Norris, possibly a medalist, state medalist this year.
Hopes to be a state
Yeah.
medalist for sure. That's
versus
definitely in his
Wahoo
sights.
Caleb Broom.
Caleb Roman. That would be who we would think, unless it's Silas.
No, Silas wrestled in the JV.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
And that's a good point Mitchell brings up. If you wrestle in the JV, you can't go wrestle in the varsity. So that's just man's honor, gentleman's honor. You don't go wrestle somebody if they wrestle in the JV just to get some points or just to put them in there. Because a lot of people back in the day would put them in there even though they already wrestled. Okay. And Hazenkamp is up 2-0 over Townsend. Hazenkamp's 1-3 a senior, and Townsend's 2-2 and a junior. Looks like we have some blood.
Looks like it will be Townsend. Seems to be Norris getting the majority of the blood times.
Yes, it does. Against us, or we're using that blood time. About 41 minutes into this duel, including the first couple JV matches. Townsend's getting cleaned up. Hazenkamp's over talking to Coach Darrell Foster. This is an advantage sometimes, too, because, see, you can't coach, supposedly, during blood time or injury time. But you do, because there's only one referee, and the referee's going back over now to Townsend, so you know Coach Foster's more than likely going to be,
hey, you can't do it, don't do this and do this.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. And some coaches, they utilize that, you know, if there's blood time, they will point their referee in a different direction so they can get some action on their wrestler and let them know what to do. Hazenkamp waiting for Townsend to get cleaned up. We did talk about this last week. Blood times, I still believe I'll have to ask, maybe text Jordan Spatz. I think it's still 5, but it's when it's cleaned up, that's when it stopped. Okay, so like if it's clean and it's not bleeding, that's when it stops. So it's going to be longer than 5 minutes. All right, here we go. Townsend's down in the first. Hazenkamp's up 2-0.
Let's just hope it's not like the Cooper Spalding match last week.
That took some days off my life right there, I'm telling you. Hazenkamp underneath. Arm bar. Looking for a tilt. Townsend fights him out. Second period.
Braden Hazenkamp leading 2-0 over Christian Townsend.
Townsend takes top, which is interesting enough because nothing. Now there's escape, so he cleared himself. Yeah. Okay, and then he gets the takedown, making score 5-2. All right. Once again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight and watching this match. Hazenkamp's on a cross-face cradle. Referee on duty night, Brian Woolsey. I'd like to thank our crew, Andrew Carlson, Braden Flint, Wesley Grosshands, and Mitchell Severson for helping us broadcast. This is all volunteer. We don't get paid millions like Brett Musburger, but hey, we can only hope and dream.
We get paid in $5 coupons.
We get paid in free concession stands. Yes, okay. Oh, on the butcher is Hazenkamp. All right, switching back and forth here. It's kind of hard to zoom. I did that last week, man. It's kind of hard to zoom with that stuff because it's kind of touchy. So no fault to us. We blame it on track wrestling. All right, it's out on the butcher out front. And he is working him over. Big thing is if he gets his hips flat, and he does, and he's just going to keep rotating. Woolsey's now on the count and looking for the fall.
I think he's going to get it here. Yeah.
Fall.
16-3.
Makes the score 16-3. Fall was in 147. Oh, sorry. 247. Sorry, 347. All right. Well, who's up now? This is going to bring up Cooper Spalding
versus Caleb Broom of Wahoo.
Broom Spalding. Spalding returning qualifier won a match last year. State tournament really looked good last triangular we had. Like very aggressive. Beat a returning state qualifier. Right side single.
Oh,
Actually was on the
great
dump
takedown.
again. Absolutely. Spalding has him taken down 2-0 with the return. Spalding looked extremely well the first night. I don't know what he did at Pius. I didn't look it up. But I know Norris had a pretty good time. They finished third out of 4 teams, but I think Spalding had a pretty good day. Can't really remember. He's got a leg turk in, cross facing him. Now he's rotating over to the Butcher, rotates around, and
Got a count going.
Broom is in trouble. Spalding just needs to relax here and slow down.
Up next at 182, it's Ben Schonbeck and Wahoo's open.
Oh, the other one was Brigham Schoenbeck. That's my fault. If I pronounce that. Spalding still has a 3 count down, and it's going to be 5-0 with 45 seconds left.
Pin would be huge for Norris here because it to 9-16, plus the open at 182 for Wahoo would make it 15-16.
Yes, he's on the legs in a power half. Our side half is going to jump back across, and hopefully don't run out of time here. He's not going to.
Yeah.
Fall.
Once I saw him get those legs out, it was over.
1 minute 40 seconds, giving Titans 6 points. Narrowing the lead by the Warriors 16-9. Schoenbeck's coming up.
Just got to get your hand raised, and we have 6 more points.
And Wahoo's not going to bring anybody in. See, Woolsey called Schoenbeck to come first.
Yeah.
Nobody. Hand raised. And now we're on to
195, Zach Groth versus Kyan Loster.
these are 3 big weights here for the Titans. And
Looks like Goth will get the open too.
yeah, I think they're
195.
probably going to bump up their
Yeah, they.
Hudson
bumped up
and Jacobs. I think they'll get a match. I think
Actually-
Jacobs will now get a match.
Yeah, according to Track Wrestling, they didn't have Jacobs in there.
Oh, they didn't have track
Yeah.
rest. Yeah, I'm just going off our program that we get, and
Now we're at 220.
220. Norris is. This is like how quick it moves. Norris is now up 21-16. They were just down, like right, 16-3.
Norris looks like to be open. And so that makes it 22-16.
Probably moving up Hudson or 22-16. 22-21. Sorry there, Mitch. And now see, this is where you got to keep it. Wahoo has to show first. And it's going to be a push. Nobody has a match, huh? No
Norris
Wahoo.
will play Harrison Hudson.
They'll wrestle Harrison Hudson against. We're
Trevor
going to go
Beavers.
with, yes, Trevor Beavers. All right. Good match here. It's this is what it could come down to. They jockey for position. And then this match is coming down to Beavers, sophomore, 3-1, and Hudson, a freshman, 2-3.
106, both teams are open, and
They try to find the best
115,
match.
Ben Stanley will
Beavers on a front headlock.
Ben Stanley will face off against Wawa, who's open at 113. So we'll come down to 126 because Norris is open at 113.
Got him on his back.
That was quick.
Beavers on his back. That's a front headlock. It's going to come down to the Jacobs match here, right? Beavers is only going to do his team justice if he gets the fall. Scores 5-0. Beavers. Minute 10 into the first. Oh, sorry, 50 seconds into the first. Hudson's down, got a penalty point against him for the old full Nelson. Now, see, the full Nelson is legal in WWE and WWF, but it's not legal in real wrestling. This is real wrestling. Cross face, ankle, right? Hudson's trying to fend him off, trying to find some hand control.
a pin here would
Beaver's just like Tasmanian devil, man. He's just like all over him.
a pin here would win it for Wahoo.
The pin would just make it 28-21, and
Yeah, but Norris is open at 120. If they, unless
Okay.
they bump Ryan Kraus down to 120.
Yeah, well, he'd have to make sure he weighed in at that
Yeah.
weight. So on a half Nelson far wrist. Beavers has got him going. That's just trying to fight him off.
To his back.
Fall. Making it 28-21. Now this is where the action is going to get hopping here. That was a heavyweight match. Norris is open, Wahoo's open, so it's a wash. It's going to make it 28-21, not unless they can bring somebody in there, okay? Which doesn't look like either team has a 6-pounder.
And then 113, Ben Stanley will come up for Norris.
So then Stanley's going to come in for Norris, and Wahoo is open. Now, they could bump Stanley up here to go against Jet Knuckles to get the win and wash the 120, which is what it looks like it's going to do. That is really the only way. They're going to take the forfeit.
Yep. And that would give...
Making
Wahoo
it
the victory.
25-28, and then 27-28. That's what it should be, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
open. Knuckles is here. He's a good wrestler. I know the name from Wahoo. He's going to come out, and this would seal the deal,
Yeah.
making the duel over. Okay.
The only way Norris could have won that if they put Ben Stanley down.
Moved him up.
120.
Yes. All right. So this is Spencer Jacobs against.
Mitchell Jacobs
Yeah, him too. Mitchell Jacobs. All right, they're brothers, okay?
against Isaiah Foster.
Isaiah Foster, which we're assuming is Coach Foster's kid.
Yeah.
All right, 34-27, duels in the bag. Wahoo's won it. This match is just for show and fun. Foster on the shot, far side. Takedown, his hands are down. And Jacobs fending him off. Jacob is a senior, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Foster is a sophomore.
Sophomore. Oh, throws him on with this reverse cradle. I don't know if he got a near fall or not. It's actually a reverse headlock. He pulls over with the leg. Doesn't like any near fall was before. I suppose Coach Foster would be like, slow down, son, slow down. And just get a hold of something. Try to work a pinning combination. A lot of times, a young wrestler is trying for the chin whip. Foster's on his feet, cuts him loose.
2-1.
2-1, Foster over Jacobs.
Best Norris could do here is make it 33-34.
Brian Woolsey, your ref. Beautiful evening for wrestling. A bit cold outside. Couldn't have it out on the turf like we talked about last week, right?
Would have been fun.
Foster in a shot. Tries an ankle trip behind, and they're out of bounds.
34.8 seconds left here in the first period.
I think the next action we got here for NSDV is this Saturday. The boys basketball team plays at home.
And I think the girls basketball team does too.
And the girls back. Foster on a shot, double leg.
Sure.
Nothing yet. There's the 2.
Right, really high here.
It is high, that's for sure. $17 left in the first. Foster with the tilt. Not a very good one, but he's got to get his leg elevated. He's got to get his leg elevated.
He's got 2 near-fall swipes, but didn't amount to anything.
End of the period. Foster's up 4-1. Jacob has choice. He's taking top, which doesn't surprise me.
Great top wrestler.
You have to know your best position, right? Jacobs on the right, trying to follow. Foster returns him, which is good. Has the far arm, near arm hook, sorry.
Yeah.
Looking to thread through underneath.
That was about the same in neutral, bottom, top positions.
Oh, yeah?
If they were graded, it'd be D+, D-, and D.
Me too. Second period, a minute 30 left. Jacobs trying for cradle. As the hands locked up. Foster up.
Almost got away there. Great leg catch there.
Nothing yet. He's got the leg hooked. That's going to be 2, making it 6-1. Foster. Foster has a cradle hooked up too. He's trying to slip in some near fall with this leg. He has a leg hook on the back, cradle underneath. In wrestling terms, 50 seconds, we'd say he had plenty of time. As a 2-stroke for sure, he's got to watch his own back.
Yeah.
I think he only got 2 for sure, making it 8-1. .30 seconds left in the second.
And to the back again. He's got near fall, looking for the pin.
Those tilts are tough to hold. You can only, get if you get 3 strokes, 3 points out of a 5-stroke, you're doing really, really well.
Yeah.
Because you're not controlling everything. And he tries to run him over with the roll through, still getting the count on.
2 near fall.
2 by 2 by 2, I guess he goes, huh?
3 near fall. 13-1.
13-1.
15's a tech ball, right?
Yes. Foster chooses neutral.
I thought he'd go top.
Yeah, he had pretty dominant for sure. On the single, on the duck, and he gets by him.
And that makes it 15-1.
Depends what he does. You can do 2 choices here. You could cut him loose, take him down again, or you could try to go for the fall.
Yeah. Looks like he was trying to get a chicken wing.
He has it dug in on the far side, Mitch, with a near wrist.
And cuts him loose.
Cuts him loose. So takedown would end the match unless he takes him to his back. Foster takes Jacob to his back. And minute 10 left. 15-2, Foster over Jacobs. Team scores already set in the bag, 34-27.
And out of bounds. Going back to the center. 1 minute left here in the third period.
Oh, we still have another match. We have Chase Eggleston. Chase Eggleston. Oh, jeez, it's not necessarily in the bag.
I forgot about the Eggleston. But takedown, that will end it.
Now it makes it in the bag. All right. My apologies. That's totally on me and track wrestling. Okay?
Because I did the math at first.
Sorry, my apologies. I thought we ended at 30.
Yeah, we started at 38. So
Yeah,
here's another good match. Caden Smart last year was 53-8.
Against Chase Eggleston.
And Chase Eggleston was 50-31.
And he qualified. I don't know about Smart. I don't know if he qualified or not. Definitely had a good year last year. Smart and Eggleston. 132-pound match. Duels decided. My apologies for saying that earlier. I just saw Coach Severson warming him up and getting him loose. And like, what is he doing? Eggleston's not on the JV. There's no JV match going. Shot. Eggleston's a good scrambler. Smart out. We'd say the back door. Eggleston still has the ankle. And then finally gives it up for the 2. Smart. Trying to work the legs in. Eggleston's, he is dangerous from anywhere on the mat. Like, he's
man.
trying to pull him under, and he did. He
That's
pulled
a
him under.
reversal.
You cannot get high on him. You can't get out of position because he'll find it.
And there's an escape for Smart.
3-2. Smart. $50 left in the first. It's a bad shot. You can't take bad shots against Chase. It doesn't work.
Deep shot.
So he gets shot. Nothing yet. As you can see, nothing yet. He's got to go and secure a leg. He's got to get his hips higher than Eggleston. And this is a good scramble situation. Referees will let this go for a while until they don't see any action.
And I think he'll call still.
Yeah. Eventually, just if he doesn't see anywhere to go.
Yeah.
So Smart, yeah, he had some opportunities, This is a big clock burner. Which, see, you just don't know which way it's going to go. So
Yeah.
the referee just kind of let it play out. I mean, you can't, even if you're a fan, you can't see which way who's the advantage here, which nobody was. But you kind of got to let it play out. Eggleston's choice takes down.
He did get the reversal at the bottom, so he's, like you said, dangerous on anywhere in the mat.
He's dangerous underneath, that's for sure. Smart as a wing, trying to return him. See, there's a nice little switch, which he almost caught him.
Yeah.
You know? Smart returns. All right, good picture. Thanks for transition over, Wesley. Got Braden on the Zoom. He's just dangerous underneath. I think he's double jointed in his shoulders, so he slips out of a lot of stuff.
That must scare wrestlers who don't know if he's double.
Oh,
jointed.
I know. Nothing really happened here. Now Eggleston gets, see, it's not an escape yet. A lot of people would think that. Which Smart was smart, no pun
Yeah.
intended, getting back on the ankle, because now this is going to be a clock burner. Because Eggleston's hanging on the ankle. Still there's no change of possession. You understand what I'm saying? Now still there's no change of possession. Smart, still no change. And Smart bails, and it should be a change of possession.
Yes,
Nah,
it
don't.
is.
Yep, you got the reversal, making it 4-3. Stalemate called by Brian Woolsey. 17 seconds left in the second. I mean, Smart he shouldn't wrestle on the mat with this guy, but that's not my call. Eggleston is a good mat wrestler.
So what you're saying is Smart wasn't being smart in that
No,
situation?
no, he was not. And see,
Dangerous
this is nothing
situation.
either. Now there's two. He did award it, then pulled it back, making it 5-4. Big points right there. That was big points.
And that's the end of the second period.
Let's see what Mr. Smart has to do now. He's taken down. Okay. See what Eggleston does.
Eggleston is on top here.
Smart would be good if you get the escape. He doesn't necessarily need to go 2 for 2. Does make him Eggleston down by 3 points.
2 points.
Yeah, 2 points. Oh, it was 5-4. My fault.
And they'll go out of bounds.
Smart, he has not been warned. Eggleston's not been warned. I mean, advantage would go to Smart. You know, he just doesn't need to take a bad shot. He doesn't need to get in a bad situation. Eggleston really needs to be the aggressor here, but
Doesn't need to do any unnecessary risks.
absolutely, he just needs to act like he's doing something, right?
I was very good at acting like I was doing something.
Wrestling?
Yeah, and in life generally.
In life in general. Okay, good. Minute left. Eggleston's got to get some action going on. Smart reaches. Eggleston with the throw. Nothing yet.
Nothing. Good scramble situation just off the edge of the mat.
Yes,
1
and I have
minute
no
remaining.
clue why Smart is getting in that situation. Kenneth Smart should not be tying up. He should not be doing anything, but he goes in and dives in. And Eggleston wrestles off season, and he can definitely throw. And he just lateral dropped him there and almost came close to getting it. Eggleston's digging. He just needs a takedown here. He doesn't need any takedown and near fall. He just needs a takedown to tie it. Smart on the
28
shots.
seconds left.
Now, he just needs to hang here. This is just lock your hands up like you're hugging your mom and don't let go. All right? On that leg. That's what he needs to do. If Eggleston breaks that grip, then he could be in trouble.
10 seconds. He's got to break it soon. Looks like he won't, and that'll be the match. It'll be 42-27 final team score.
47-22, Wahoo Warriors beat the Norris Titans. Titans' third duel of the year. Won one and lost one last week, so that makes them 1-2. And this will bring up your JV wrestler matches. Are you going to call these, Mitch, or are you going to be done?
Let's just call him.
All right. We want to thank everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for coming and watching, and Jim and watching on our NSDB channel. It's always a great time. Thanks for everybody for helping out. Andrew Carlson and Brian Williams for setting this all up. Braden Flint, Wesley Grosshands, Mitchell Severson, and Jason Colson. Once you say, hey, thanks for watching, have a good, safe trip home.